Alrighty. Hey there, guys. It's Silver, your host. And I debated if I was going to stream today. But then I thought to myself, I won't be streaming tomorrow. And I won't be streaming Tuesday. And hey, I've been lazy for 2 months in hospital. So, well, no, basically 6 weeks. But still, the point still stands. I had enough time to be lazy while I was stuck in hospital recovering from my freaking emergency. And hey, I've had to quit one of my jobs since I had my stroke, so might as well just put as much time as I can into YouTube. So those of you who are watching live, welcome, welcome. To those of you who are watching the VOD, pull up a seat, get comfortable, grab a snack or drink of your choosing, and we will get right on into it. So, we're only going to go for about an hour and a half today. It's going to be a short one, and I'm just going to be chilling in this nice little comfy spot I've made for myself. So yeah, hope you are all well tonight, and we, in just a minute more, are going to be kicking things off. Okay. There we go. Let's get started. Like I said, I'm playing games a lot slower at the minute, and you will just kind of have to deal with that fact because obviously it's active rehab for my hand after the damage, so I can only do so much before the energy levels crater through the floor, as it were. Alrighty, let's get started anyway. Let us get started. I believe we have to take this creepy stuffed doll for one. We examine the back, and there are skizzes in here. Oh no, we need the block for the skizzes. Right. Okay. Oh god, not this puzzle again. Okay, so I'm assuming we don't move that? No. Okay. It's gotta have stars on it. Right. Stars. Well, this is awkward. That doesn't work. Somebody once said to me that the pattern for this is really easy. But, I have spent a disproportionately long time on this thing before. So you need something that starts with a square. See, that doesn't work. See, trying to get those bottom ones to line up is a pain. We need a star at the end. We need a star. I don't play Claire's route very much, to be honest. So... we'll figure it out. So that needs to be at the end, for definite. That needs to be at the end. So triangle and a square. Then that goes there. Hello there, assassin. How you doing? And then we just realign this. That literally is the only thing that isn't working out. Is there another one that needs to be square? Wait a minute. That doesn't have square circle on it. How you doing, dude? Does that have square circle on it? Well, this is mildly irritating, isn't it? Nobi! How you doing, dude? This will just take a disproportionate amount of time. I am not! How you doing, dude? Don't you always have a bad back, dude? Something's not lining up here, is it? Me and PewDiePie would say otherwise. Like PewDiePie would ever watch this channel. So we need one that's got a square circle on it on that side. That one, then? I really don't like this puzzle. Ubisoft's a game company, dude. Okay, so that goes there. That doesn't work. Oh, you woke up with one. Yeah, I do hate it when that happens. Oh god, why is this puzzle so horrible? The Ubisoft Croc Rock. I have just been calling you Novi for so long. I haven't actually been reading your new username. Good god. So it's one of two blocks that has to go here. I don't know how I feel about Sony Croc Rock. I have strong feelings about Sony at the minute. Okay. There we go. Oh, for God's sake, this is horrible. I can't remember the last time I played a Sony game. Well, you certainly won't be now, Leo. They're going all digital. Don't get me on this one, please. The problem is, now that one company's done it, they'll all follow suit. Right, another reason I don't like Claire's, frickin' story, I hate this puzzle. I really hate this puzzle. Hey Leo, what's the shape at this far right end? I can't see from, where I'm sitting. My, my eyes aren't as good as they used to be after what happened. Right, name a more iconic YouTube intro than that. I'm not even going to be sarcastic. You won't get one. You won't get one. PewDiePie is the most well-known YouTuber on the planet. Factually the most well-known YouTuber on the planet. You can't be PewDiePie's son. You'd be like 4 if you were PewDiePie's son. So that's the only one that goes at the end because none of the others have the circle and star. None of the others. Try that then. Yeah. You need double star on that. Okay. The fact that you believe that. Yeah, You don't know Ubisoft? It's like one of the biggest video game companies out there, dude. Help me get through this god-awful puzzle, please. I was watching Gene Hackman movies this morning, actually. For any of you who are interested. Sylvia, you tried doing this puzzle. God damn it, man. That's what I am doing. This is annoying. You're on GTA, obviously. I think that's the only one that's got the circle triangle connection, isn't it? Give me a sec. I just need to Is it a circle at the end of this puzzle box? I'm sure it is. This should not be taking me like 15 minutes. It's driving me mad. Like, this connector here, chat. Is it circle star? So that doesn't have triangle square. That has triangle square. Right. Meaning that's got to be square circle. Which it doesn't have. This is actually infuriating. This is actually genuinely infuriating. There's no other circle star connector. Bear with me. I am not gonna. I am comfy. I am not gonna get up and move closer to the TV because my eyes can't see properly. I can't make out that top shape on the last block there, on the end of the puzzle box. Is it a circle? Frickin' and this is what you get. Stroke just ruins your eyes. Um. Fine, put that there. I'm gonna go mad here. This is horrible. Dude, this is like one of the core reasons I don't do Claire's route. I hate this puzzle. Okay, anybody who's watching the VOD, skip forward 20 minutes, please. For God's sake. And then dial back to the point where we actually, first successfully hit the puzzle. Because otherwise we will just be here for an eternity. So you need star triangle. Oh my god, if that's a square, I'm gonna go mad. No, it's not. I'm getting something. I don't know if it's the frickin' puzzle. I'm not gonna go back and watch one of my previous VODs for this. No. Mississippi Burning, actually. I was watching Mississippi Burning. That is one hell of a heavy movie. Okay. It's a triangle. There we go. It's a freaking I couldn't see the shape properly. No, I did not wear. I did not wear glasses. Before my stroke, I did not need them. And I had an optician's check on Monday. I think it was... No, wait. I think it was Wednesday of this week just gone. So this Wednesday just gone. And they told me that there's a very good chance that the stroke has upset the kind of delicate balance of my eye muscles, which is now causing my left eye to blur and fall out of focus when I try to focus on letters and text, especially late in the evening. So now I need glasses for my left eye. Which, to be fair, when I'm outside anyway, as you guys well know, I always wear sunglasses because I'm light sensitive. So I have a... So does your life feel like hell? I wouldn't say hell, it's just mildly frustrating.
What is this?
It's like I said, dude. I have been through so much medically. I've been through the sheer amount of stuff I have been through medically beats old people. I have had to deal with a lifelong frickin' disability, 7 surgeries and a stroke by my early 30s. That outpaces a lot of old people who are more than double my age. So if you were to say to me, is my life hell? No. It's just mildly inconvenient and sometimes a touch frustrating. Silver, should I date irons? Yep, 7 surgeries. I might have to have an 8th one as well, because I'm currently due investigations for a hole in the heart that I mentioned before, and if they find it, or find one, a micro hole, there is a chance I'll have to have an 8th surgery to have a small mesh device fitted into my heart to close it. So yeah, there's potential for an 8th. He seems like a lovely guy. Chief Irons. What exotic things are you smoking, my dude? That is the only question I have for you. I'll agree with that. He does indeed have the old Ted Bundy thing going on. He's definitely got those do not approach vibes, put it that way. I won't be streaming tomorrow or Tuesday, no. No. I'm not getting back into that habit of streaming every day of the week. That's not what I'm here for. I'm sure you guys have got far more entertaining things to do than watch me play video games like 5-6 days a week. We're cutting it back a bit. You've never smoked at all. Even I've smoked a few. I'd say I've probably smoked about 10, maybe 10 to 20 cigarettes in my whole life. But that was like probably more than 15 years ago. Like what other people? I won't argue with that logic. Wait, there's no key? Shouldn't there be a key in our inventory? So isn't it weird how you can say Ted Bundy on YouTube, but if you say your video gets more... Yeah. Hence why I just didn't say what you told me to say then. And yay, my rudimentary sense of direction has collapsed. I'm gonna need the map. Oh god. Where are we meant to go? She is pint-sized. She fits under tables. This is convenient. Very convenient. Oh, it's this door. Hence why we have zero sense of direction. Some things don't change.
That must be the door out of here.
And wouldn't you know, it's locked. I also found it.
I need the key.
You do indeed need the key, lass. Why did Silver date so many bad women? That is a question even I don't have the answer to. It is trippy that Leon comes back here 28 years later and it's just rubble. But the series has been tied together nicely now.
Oh no, it's him.
Trying to be careful is the active word. Trying and likely failing. See what I mean? Right? Dudes. Look at all the Leon saves. So the last time we, look at the Claire saves compared to the Leon saves. We have one Claire save going back to 2022. And the rest of it all the way through 2024, 2025, 2026, all Leon until this playthrough here. We just do not play Claire's side of the story very much. Do I like opera music? I've been to a couple of opera live streams of opera performances, performances before with my cousin.
I told you to stay put.
I watched Carmen. Carmen was good.
Listen.
I enjoyed Carmen
Leave me alone.
at the theatre.
Just please.
I do indeed have a save from 2022.
You little bitch! You're gonna pay for this!
Angry fella.
You little shit! You hear?
Run, boy, run. This world.
You are
This-
gonna be so fucking sorry!
This world is not made for you. Run, boy, run. He's coming to get you.
Somebody, please.
You stupid bitch! That's a dead end!
Hide.
Here we go. I'm melting, says Leo. It's over now. Door's
It's all
locked.
over now! Door's locked! Where are you? Show yourself! I know you're in here! The longer it takes me to find you, the worse it's gonna be!
We've gone the wrong way, haven't we?
Oh God. Oh God.
Little bitch has gotta be here somewhere. Oh, oh. God damn it!
There we go. Under the table. Then he goes to the bath. He goes to the sink. I believe I remembered this right. He goes to the sink now.
Son of a bitch.
No more. Please.
This
He
is your
goes-
last fucking chance! Show yourself! Now! Oh, fuck! It burns!
Okay. Irons is not a good anything.
Fuck is my key? I see you.
See ya. Run. He's coming. Oh Lord, he coming! Run! Run!
Hurry, hurry.
He coming! Keep running!
I'm coming in, Sherry!
Here's Johnny! Here's Johnny!
Get him!
Space Ghost! Hey! If you take up karate with only one leg, is that considered partial arts?
Bitch!
I had some partial arts earlier in the year. I take it you saw my update video on everything that happened with the channel. I had some partial arts earlier in the year.
Over! Now you're in trouble!
Let me go!
Here's Daddy. Here's Daddy. That's nice and gooey. Irons was a good guy. What are you on, Novi? Here's Daddy. He's factually Daddy, Leo,
Good
Mom.
to see you again, Claire. We've got unfinished business.
He's
What are you talking
factually Daddy.
Don't waste my fucking time. Bring me the pendant, or Sherry dies.
Pendant.
How we doing, Space Ghost, anyway?
Do you want the girl to die?
Fine. Where are you?
The orphanage.
The orphanage. Where is that?
In the neighborhood. You'll find it.
Is Sherry all right?
For
Yeah.
I swear, you bastard, if you hurt her.
I'm just, I forgot.
Serious? Damn it.
So yeah, I got to, if you did see the update video, then yeah, indeed. I had some partial arts for about, 2 months, give or take, while I rebuilt an arm. So yeah, that was a very educational experience. Anyway, we have it. That only took a half an hour. I found a Power Rangers telephone from 1994 at an antique shop. Very good. I am not even repeating that statement you just made, Novi.
Just you wait, asshole.
I am not even repeating that statement that you just made, Novi. Not happening. Very good. Very good, though, Space Ghost. Always nice to find retro knickknacks. He's a famous person. Not for the right reasons, my guy. Not for the right reasons. That kind of falls into the same category of, well, O.J. Simpson was frickin' famous. Again, not for the right reasons. One thing and one thing only I'll give to Irons. He only targeted grown women, never young uns. That's true. That's true. As far as the bottom of the barrel goes, he at least ticks the one box that, or at least ticks the one box that makes him fractionally more redeemable. Did not have young'uns as the target. According to the prequel comics, no relation to the Beatles manager, Brian Epstein. Do you know what's funny, dude? My old man is on a real Beatles kick at the minute. He is on a real Beatles kick. Hopefully Mr. X is kind of sodded off as well. What, Novi? What was that? So, to be honest, you would have done the same if your wife had cheated on you. No. No, no. He's still 99.99% irredeemable. Just not a full 100%. That is an acceptable statement. Yeah. You know, looking at this, we probably need healing, don't we? Leomon, this is the bit where you say the thing. If you don't say the thing, now that I've mentioned healing, I will feel very let down. I'm waiting for it. Been enjoying some lesser known King songs. There we go, Leo. The circle has closed. The circle has closed. I have definitely missed being able to have our little catchphrases and funny bits on stream. I really have. You've been enjoying some of the lesser known King songs. They were banned in the States from 65 to 69. Why is that, dude? Give me the dates. And I've missed your Silverisms. Good. Very nice. Ironically, I've been listening to a bit of Human League recently. And, the other day I was introduced to the song, that one song, The Lebanon, by Human League. And I can't stop listening to it. Just that guitar riff and freaking Phil Oakey's vocals. When the soldiers have gone from the Lebanon. Huh. So cool. Hang on. Is Astra's 1965 American tour marred by cancelled tours? Oh, cancelled shows, disputes over union contracts, and backstage brawls. Oh God. Frontman Ray Davies punched a union official. Jesus Christ. I'd rather we didn't talk about ABBA, can we not? I still haven't picked up that healing. No, correction. It's not Novi. But this is. If I was to just go, Silver, why do you watch such crap movies? That is. Very much so. More into Billy Idol. Dancing Queen, teeth so clean. So, the opposite of the British, then. The one thing I do pay for private, my dude, is dental. The one thing I do genuinely pay for privately is dental. That is the one thing I will not give to the NHS, our public healthcare system, dentistry. Considering you pay a much reduced rate to use it anyway, as opposed to private. I'd rather pay a bit more money and have private dental and have my teeth be in reasonable condition. Oh God.
You again?
Go away, Stompy boy. Throwing his fists. Some of the live performances on the BBC sound better than the studio versions. Not surprised by that, to be honest. Oh God. He just keeps following us. But Silver, the final countdown was made by Swedish people. One of the best songs ever. Final countdown is good. Stop stomping, you big stomper. Whoa. Get off. Wow. Wow. Hang on. What was that? This is how it sounds when Silver walks after he gets fast food. That's pretty accurate, actually. So Space Ghost says, for example, the bee goes, Mrs. Gillespie's refrigerator sounds better on. Oh, the Bee Gees, Mrs. Gillespie's refrigerator sounds better on that program. And that is actually the name of the song. An interesting song choice, that. Very much an interesting song choice. A new anime recommendation. I've never heard of Cat and the Dragon. You're watching the World Cup? Right, so funny fact, I don't typically watch a huge amount of football, right? But I do typically, religiously, watch the World Cup and the Euros when they're on. If there's anything I do watch, it's the Euros and the World Cup. So yes, I have been watching the World Cup, and I also have a bit of a vested interest on it, because me and my dad have been to the bookies, and we both have bets on France and England. He has a tenner on France to win, and I have 20 on England to win. So, you know, £7 for every 2. Basically, I enjoy sport, but I don't support any particular club. I mean, I'm okay with Liverpool, okay? I'm okay with Liverpool, but I'm not huge on the club football side of things, particularly. So, when we went to the bookies, my dad got 1-4 odds on France, and I had £30 that I was going to spend at the bookies anyway. So I said to him, "You can have a tenner off my bet ticket." My sister's a Liverpool fan. She'll be chuffed you said that. Yeah, I don't mind Liverpool. So I said to him, "You can have £10 on my bet ticket," and he put it on France. So he's got basically a potential for £40 on France. And I believe at my odds it's 7, 14, 21, 28. I've basically got £20 riding on England. If I win, I get £70 back. If my dad wins, he gets 40. But considering I paid for both the bets anyway, you know. Either way, if England win, I'm getting £40 back. So that's great. If France wins, I think I'm just going to split the bet with my dad, maybe. So either way, I'm £10 down if France win. But hey, at least we both get something out of it. I get 20 of my 30 back. How you doing, Mango, anyway? I forgot that zombie was there. I was not paying attention. Yeah. Hello, lady. That'll do it. Hey, baby. How you doing? She did. Isn't there a football team that tried to ban that Tom Jones song? Wide Ladder. Yeah, I think that was Wales. I think that was actually the Welsh national football team that tried to do that. Okay. Just gonna make sure she's still down.
Son of a bitch.
And she's not. Of course she's not. Oh my god, she's so bulky. Are we done? Anyway, I forgot to do my usual rounds and ask how everybody's doing today. Leo, Space Ghost, Assassin, I believe Jared's in too. Novi, how is everyone? Silver, what is love? Baby, don't hurt me. Don't hurt me. No more. Whoa. Ha, ha. Love that song. Hello, puppy. That'll do. Hey, Envy! Is Novi a bad friend? No, he just watches questionably bad movies. The Surges and the Liverbirds also came from Liverpool. Very nice. If I had you at our fortnightly pub quiz, we would probably make some money. I mean, to be fair, our team has a fairly consistent win streak at the pub quiz we go to. I am literally just there for kind of niche movie questions and video game questions. That's all I'm there for. So I probably contribute maybe 3 or 4 questions to the team whenever we go. Hello, Novi. Sorry. Hello, Envy. Nice to see you. It's nice to see you've been in 2 streams recently. Anything to pick up? No. Do we acid the dogs? Me, Envy here? Nah, I'm just a figment of your imagination. Well, we do like you popping in, letting us imagine. Nice to have you in. Is that a band name, Flock of Seagulls? It just jumped round. Because of course it did. Hang on. It gets serious now because these dogs are just... This is taking up all my ammo. Damn dogs. It's highly effective though. I'm not stupid. All the time. Can we hit the other dog from here? Yeah! Yeah. This account is under new management. Marvelous. What's been going on in life for Envy anyway? You've just been busy doing your thing, as you often are. I know you live a very, very busy life, Envy. Like I said, I've basically had to quit one of my jobs since my stroke, so more time for YouTube.
Son of a bitch. Oh, fuck you.
Did it survive that? Did it survive that? Apparently, all Swedes hate Silver. Apparently, all Swedes hate Silver. Silver, why do you put up with this guy? He's alright. 'Tis just... We've had this same banter where we pick at each other for like what? Is it 3 years now, Novi, or getting on 4? I don't mind. We just have banter. It's okay. So apparently the live action Moana tanked at the box office. Yeah, please tell me you guys saw The Rock's wig. It was a truly magical bloody thing. I am not. I am Noviist. It's different. Here it comes. All of my ammo gone. I've moved out, so I'm adjusting to life. I get that. What do you mean, banter? I don't know, a single nice thing he said to you. Exactly. Exactly. We have a system. We actually have a very clearly mandated system, Mango. If Novi is ever nice to me, then there is something very wrong. Although to be fair, there have been a couple of there are a couple of occasions when we're not basically taking the mick constantly, where we do we get along just fine. Now we do get on. When push comes to shove, when there are moments, he is a good bug, and he is welcome here. You have moved out and are getting used to life, said Envy. Well, I wish you luck with that. I am now and you're not nice to me. This is how it works. We have determined this. Yeah, I am having to stay since everything has happened. I am actually now probably, keeping a lot closer to my family than I was before. Not that I wasn't close, but it's all, put it this way, I'm making a point of trying to always have somebody around. Because obviously, having what happened to me was a bit unnerving. And it is always nice to know that family are nearby, just in case. More dogs. My God. Did I miss the mod meeting? It never happened. Don't worry about it. It might happen. It might happen. Hello, Pot. Let me introduce you to Kettle. Ooh, you have a kettle. May I have a cuppa, please? Mango. May I have a cuppa? These dogs are frickin' patrolling. My phone has pinged. Can we ban Novi? I'll think about it. I'll think about it. Hang on. Why are people pinging me at this time of night? It's like 9:20 and I'm streaming. Why are you pinging me? Oh yeah. Yeah, I'm definitely not streaming tomorrow. I have our monthly labour meeting. Luckily, it's held at the pub. That's the great thing being a chairman of my party branch. We hold our meetings at the pub. Yeah, this is unfortunate. Yeah. Can we ban envy? Another fruit band, the apples in stereo as well. Okay. I'm gonna have to coax this zombie this way. Come on. Off the bus. No public transportation for you. You ever seen that AI generated image of Wallace with a fade and a face mask? I cannot say I have. Is it something that is genuinely haunted? To be fair, all of Novi's boyfriends consistently try to eat me. Also, yeah, I do hope that life flying solo Novi. Oh, sorry, life flying solo Envy is proving, you know, fun for you.
Seriously.
He will not get off the bus. He will not get off the bus. He's obsessed with public transport. Jesus, the amount of ammo. A friend of yours is probably going to relocate his radio station in my state. I pitched an idea of the Power Hour show with all the wacky music I've come to learn and love. Dude, are you going to be on the radio? Yeah, I know, right? He does absolutely not want to leave the bus under any circumstances. And he's still alive. Why is there a hand grenade on the bus? Right. There's also a red herb over here. Oh, sorry. It's a blue. Why is there a hand grenade on the bus? Can somebody please tell me this? There we go. Alright, run. Too many dogs.
That's gotta be the orphanage.
Bus from the O-Block. Love it. They're good dogs, really, Novi. They're just a bit misunderstood. And it's awesome. Possibly. As a partial job and get more music. But, give me a sec. Not the same old songs like Simply for the Devil by the Rolling Stones. I mean, dude, it would be cool if you did it as a little part-time thing. It would be really cool, actually. You know my stance on dogs, we are not talking about this. Fair enough. I understand. See, a lot of people I know you're afraid of dogs. One of my best friends is afraid of dogs, and another one of my friends is definitely allergic to dogs. So there's a bit of a trend here, unfortunately. Poor little Luna goes to try and greet and love on my one friend whenever he drops me back off home. And she always tries to just
Sherry?
kind of, you know,
Sherry, are you here?
frickin' just love on him and say hello and rub on his leg and look up at him with those big wide eyes and go, "Hello, human." And he has to literally make sure she does not touch his frickin' arms or legs or bare skin, and has to keep a wide berth of her because he is deathly allergic. We're talking like frickin' EpiPen and anaphylactic shock kinds of deathly allergic. I've come into the wrong spot, haven't I? And make puns or clues on the next song I'm playing. For example, um, do you just daydream and look through any window? They play Look Through Any Windows by the Hollies. Ah, fair play. Dude, I can see you being a radio DJ. I can genuinely see you doing it. No word of a lie. Spiders are kind of scary, but they aren't bugs. Spiders are bugs, right? Are spiders bugs? Irons is having a bad day.
What?
Took too long.
What happened? Oh god. Get off me!
Oh god.
Oh my god.
Oh god. That's juicy. Novi's boyfriend is down.
Jesus Christ.
Good song too. Graham Goldman wrote a lot of good songs for other bands. You did find that, right? A musician that's like really well linked to one band, but he also does like a ton of the songwriting for other ones. You can tell Irons didn't eat Snickers. Snickers. You're not you when you're hungry. I haven't had a Snickers bar in ages, man. He was a good man. Good lord. Novi. You are being a Novi again. Why is it my fault? Why am I perpetually blamed for everything? I would like to know why I am perpetually blamed for everything. I always think of that one advert with Mr. Bean turning into a samurai. I've seen the American Snickers ad where frickin' Robin Williams is on a football team trying to, you know, pep talk and cheer on frickin' American footballers, and then he just starts talking in big, bold Russian. And then it's like, you're not, and then he bites down the Snickers, and it's like, you're not new when you're hungry. Good lord. It's what happens when you get into a job in politics. Speaking of which, I start back at the town council on, bear with me actually, I need to check when I start back at the town council. Hang on, this is relevant. I am quitting one committee. I'm currently on 3 committees. I'm quitting one and going down to 2, alongside obviously having quit my secretary job. Because I can type, but it's yeah, that was the compromise I was willing to meet, Leo. I had to quit the secretary position because I'm not typing fast enough for it right now. I have to spend a good while longer rebuilding my hand. Because while it can play video games perfectly fine, it doesn't type as fast as it used to. So I have to rebuild it. Right. That was kind of the compromise I'd set myself. I was going to stay on at the town council as an active councillor, but drop one of my committees and go down from 3 to 2. And I basically felt I had to, quit the secretary position while I rebuild my hand. Forthcoming meetings. I'm basically quitting our finance committee and staying on. Yes, I have heard that before. I've watched it. I am man, hear me roar. In numbers too big to ignore, and I'm too hungry to settle for chick food. Okay, yeah. So we have our environment committee on Tuesday. So yeah, I won't be streaming on Tuesday. And I also won't be streaming on Thursday because I have pub quiz. I am indeed human. Although sometimes how human I feel is debatable. I love it as well. Most of the councillors and friggin' that kind of thing go on holiday in August. So we only have one committee meeting in August, and it's a committee I've never even been on. So I get a free August without having to do anything at all. I literally have our environment committee on Tuesday, and then I have a full council meeting on the 21st. Sorry. So basically, I'll be doing 2 meetings a month generally, with a third meeting every other month. So it goes 2 meetings, 3, 2, 3. Instead of it being 3, 4, 3, 4, it's now going to be 2, 3. Anyway. What was that? I certainly didn't. I love it. The bar for disliking Miss
Sherry?
yeah.
Where are you?
The bar for disliking Margaret Thatcher is just be a human person. That's an acceptable bar for me. I cannot stand frickin' meds. Oh yeah, it's okay. I can
Sherry?
I can't push it to 10. Bear with me. I don't want to move. I'm comfy. I'll get past this bit with Mr. X and then I'll take my meds. Thanks for reminding me, Samuel. The only good thing Margaret Thatcher did was frickin' free the Falkland Islands and win the Falklands War. That's basically the only good thing she did, in my opinion. Because the Falklanders are English citizens, British citizens, and they needed to be protected.
Claire! It's behind you!
Don't stop!
Hurry!
Keep going. Sherry, come on.
Get in, Sherry.
What'd you say?
Mr. X goes down so quickly in Claire's room. Leon has to deal with this guy being a pain in the ass all the way through to the end of his story, whereas Claire just has him taken out halfway through.
Can you hear me? Claire?
Graham Goldman also wrote You Stole My
Claire, you
Love.
have to get up.
I did
He's
not
going to
know
get us.
that.
Wake up! Wake up!
Run, Sherry, run.
Wake up.
You're gonna make me lose my mind. Up in here, up in here. Yeah.
Not infected.
Yes. Yeah, I'm gonna take my water. I'm gonna get my water and my meds while we're on the cutscene. Bear with me.
Where's Sherry? Sherry's fine. Do you know Sherry?
And also put a light on.
Impressive display of strength. What happened to her? We have to assess the situation. Who are you?
Right, I'm up.
I'm Claire.
I didn't foresee this.
Excuse me. Where is she? Hello?
What?
Where's
Oh,
she?
Annette. Tell me, what happened to William?
I don't know. Who's that?
The creature responsible for this.
What? Can you help me find Sherry?
Seems to be evolving
Okay,
much
I'm
faster
up.
than expected.
I had to just wrestle with myself.
Where are you going?
If you're streaming tomorrow, then why gotta...
I don't have time.
No,
to
I'm
answer
not
any
streaming
questions.
tomorrow. I'm not streaming
Everything's under
tomorrow.
I need to find Sherry.
My daughter is not your concern.
I probably won't be streaming until like Wednesday next. So, yeah. You're looking Wednesday, probably. In fact, I'm just... The good thing is now, my energy levels are starting to kind of stabilize a bit. Between the initial kind of first phase of all the healing kind of out the way, my energy levels are kind of stabilizing. Because my brain is not sapping half of my body's freaking energy and glucose levels just to maintain... Yeah, that's not a stream. That's a live premiere. I'm live premiering that song tomorrow. Sorry, I'm just gradually moving to grab my meds. It's a very slow progress situation. Bear with me. I'm also having to plug a desk light in. There we go, light. Okay, I was sitting in the dark. So yeah, tomorrow we have a music track coming up. But it's a vast step up from all the stuff I've done before. So, I'm now starting a little pet project called New Wave Radio, where we actually release a series of tracks that actually has the same vibe and feel of a live radio show, with two hosts called Sammy and Ella. And it's going to be based around a 1980s new wave radio station. And they're actually going to be like segments where they're talking to the audience between songs. And then when all of the songs are done with the host radio segments, I'm going to glue them all together into an actual new wave radio music set and put them up as one long video. Okay, take meds. The first video of the bunch is up tomorrow. I'd strongly recommend you give that a watch. It's the track itself has come out really well, and I kind of like the host banter, sort of introducing, or it's like you've cut in halfway through a radio segment, and the dude was basically telling the listeners about a phone-in competition before going on to the next song. Really cool, actually. Sorry, I'm just taking my meds still. Bear with me. So yeah, you'll find it on the channel, on the upcoming live premieres. The light is gone. New Wave Radio. It's my first attempt at trying to make like all the little music projects I do have some structure and form. So, you'll enjoy it, I'm sure. Okay. Pray for me, guys. I've got to take my statin. Ugh. Those things taste bloody awful. They freaking maintain your cholesterol. I'm on the maximum safe dose you can give a human being. I'm on the highest dose of statin you can actually freaking safely medically take. At this dose, it's not really for cholesterol, to be honest, for my situation. It's acting as a mild freaking anticoagulant and a freaking anti-inflammatory for my veins to stop my veins clotting. Right, meds are down. Just put my medication box away and we'll get back to it for another half hour, shall we? Okay. Dudes. I'm blind. I literally just took the evening medication for Tuesday instead of Sunday because my medication box was out of order. Well, that's helpful, isn't it? It means I'm going to have to refill Tuesday's section in my medication box. Alright, anyway. Let's get back to it. Bear with me. Yeah, we'll go for about another 10-15 minutes. But yeah, I've been listening to quite a bit of Human League, actually. In the sort of last few days. Right. Let's continue. Because I couldn't see the box properly, man.
Sherry's her daughter?
Okay. But yeah, the Lebanon by Human League is actually a really good song, and it's very poignant these days, isn't it? Very poignant. Oh, high power rounds for the SLS. We need a reinforced frame for that, don't we? Okay. We can't get through there. About the G, blah blah blah, mutations, blah blah blah. Father wants to implant daughter with parasite. And that is unfortunately not me joking, that is canonically what Willie V wants to do. He wants to parasite his own daughter. Yeah, that is not a joke, sadly. Okay, inventory's looking good. Birkin is the worst person.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I mean, there's a very important lesson here. If a man ever walks up to you, in any capacity, and just goes, "Hey baby, I want to parasite you," run. Run very far and very fast.
Literally.
I mean, he did create a lethal bioweapon, dude. That's kind of not working in his favor. How many of you are still watching anyway? Oh no, I forgot the fire rounds. Silver, you giant bean. It's official. I is peen. I forgot fire rounds. Wait. They're not even in the water on Claire's segment? You are kidding me. Who will have won when the soldiers have gone from the Lebanon? God, that's gonna be stuck in my head. I must be dreaming. That is gonna be stuck in my head now. For a while. Methinks. Yeah, I'll probably be quite sad when Hadaway leaves the mortal plane.
I told you, I cannot leave here until my work is done.
That's what you always say. Sherry?
Why didn't you stay in the house? It was safe there.
Hey, Sherry! I was
Yeah,
scared.
Hadaway's younger than my dad.
And
You should have called the police. That's what we taught you.
I did, but nobody came, and you didn't answer your phone, so...
Sherry, I don't have time for this.
My dad's like 67,
Sherry!
so
Sherry,
like
I'm coming!
he's older than Hadaway.
Hold on, Sherry. I'll be right there.
Okay. What time are we on? Who wants 15 more minutes? Can I have a show of hands for 15 more minutes, you delicious people? Okay, we are gonna need those flame rounds. Rick Astley been 60. Never gonna give you up. Never gonna let you down. We don't get a frickin' flamethrower. Unlike Leon with his fancy stuff. You're alright, Leo. I'm imagining you were listening in the background and judging, and you always do. As is correct. If you weren't, I'd be quite concerned at this stage. Bear with me. Gonna just sit myself up a bit, I'm slouching. I'm trying to think. Which famous singer would that have been, Novi? Oh yeah, Bonnie Tyler, you know, you're right. No, you're right about that one. The passing of Bonnie Tyler is a sad thing. That's, yeah, Oliver Tree. Fair. Right. This guy's gonna get up the second I crack this safe, isn't he? 212.8. And there we go. Reinforced frame for the SLS. He doesn't get up. Right, well... do we just expedite the procedure and get rid of him now to make sure he doesn't get up later?
You ass!
Yeah, I think we do.
You bastard!
He has a leg in the game. Lucky him. Indeed I do.
Hell is up with you?
Hand, please slow down. You either press buttons too fast now or press them too slow. Slow down, hand.
Oh no!
He's still getting up. Sweet Jesus. You remember I love to silently judge people? Well, yeah, of course. That was all cats told to do. Like, you guys have no idea how much I've missed streaming over the last sort of 3 months. Especially since, I mean, doubly so, let's get real. There was a part of me that feared I'd never be able to do it again. It's been a huge part of my life, streaming. And just running this channel over the last so many years. Do you have any idea how it felt? Been told there's a chance I might not be able to do that anymore. It was genuinely devastating. God is not here. Doesn't want anything to do with this mess. Acceptable. As Calvin Harris would say, acceptable in the 80s. No, you can... we've been over this. You cannot devour people's beloved family pets. We have been over this. You must be a good bug. It's my cat, though. That doesn't mean it's fair or right. No. No. You cannot. You are forbidden. Okay. But yeah, like, dude, I have been playing. So for reference, I have been playing Cats Are Sacred Creatures. You risk incurring the wrath of Sekhmet. Indeed, I do. Indeed, we all do if we upset the cat. The cat is a mighty creature. The cat rules us all. As Leo will tell you, she has more than 10. But yeah, for reference, guys, I've been playing video games since I was about friggin' 6 or 7. I'm now in my early 30s. They have been a huge part of my life. I've been playing them since I was little, all the way through growing up, all the way into my adulthood. I met Suki and another one of my best friends through video games. The last 6 years of my life have been spent running this channel. Video games are a huge part of everything for me. So I've been fearful that I may not have the quality of hand dexterity to really play them anymore. Was a genuinely scary experience. In fact, like I said, when I spoke to that specialist, I literally asked him, would I be able to play video games anymore? And he gave the most tactful specialist response. Silverblue, have you ever... will you ever be able to flip folks off again? Yeah, dude. Like we have it in. We have genuinely. We have the vast majority of my hand movement back. We're only just through the initial kind of first phase of recovery, which is classed as spontaneous recovery, where the parts of your, you know, where the segments of your brain that were essentially damaged by the stroke, but not too severely, and were just kind of temporarily switched off to shield your brain. Right. So I'll explain. When you go through this, your brain powers down the entire affected area to shield itself. It actively switches itself off to protect switches off that segment of the brain to protect itself from damage. That segment being a small part of my leg function in the right hand side and the entirety of my left arm. So over the first 3 months, alongside some quite intensive, rehabilitation, it switched my leg back on, and the added physiotherapy, walking and hand exercises also assisted in sharpening the quality of dexterity and freaking, sort of hand and leg movement that I got back. So the two factors combined, my brain switching back on out of protection mode, and the rehabilitation and physiotherapy both switched the initial portion of my arm back on. That happens in like the first 3 months. It's called the spontaneous recovery period, where that, combined with physio, switches everything back on. Sorry, I shouldn't joke, this sounds scary. I'm glad you're on the road to recovery, our host. Yeah, Leo, we already have about 80% back. So, do you want to know the only things I cannot do very well? So, if you want to know the only thing I cannot do very well anymore, there's really only 2 things, actually. My hand dexterity is slower, and my energy levels have obviously been impacted. Bingo. Yeah, QTEs are gone. QTEs are gone, unfortunately. Yeah. Because my dexterity is nowhere near as fast. Second, let's be honest, most Resident Evil entries are very slow-paced games. The bosses are big and lumbering and slow. Will you ever get back to where you were originally? We don't know for sure yet. We don't know for sure. Because you might not think it, but the road to recovery is incredibly long. And I know I've told a couple of you this before. The kind of initial road to recovery from your initial stroke to the first phase of the recovery period, where your brain kind of turns back on all of its damaged systems and kind of reroutes everything, and you have to, kind of coordinate that with physiotherapy and rehab, which I've done the bulk of that now, the initial recovery. That's 3 months. But the overall recovery as a whole, where you're at the point where you find out exactly how much you've got back, is a year. So it's too early to say yet, but considering we're already at about 80% by month 3, I have been told that's grounds for a very strong recovery. So, yeah. Considering, I can do all the stuff. Yeah, most of the stuff's back. It's just my finger dexterity is way slow, or is clumsier. It's clumsier is the word to put it. But playing games like this, no problem. Playing 80% of games, no problem. And it was basically hinted at while I was in rehab, that, you know, they basically said to me, you have been playing video games for upwards of 25 years. Unlike the average person, your brain will have freaking committed an ungodly amount of real estate to fine motor skills and finger movement, meaning that you will probably have more innate skill already hard-coded into your brain than the average person, which makes both recovering that initial skill that was lost and honing it far easier, and also mitigating damage in that regard far easier than somebody who does not play video games as frequently or does it as a hobby. Basically, my brain having a massive amount of video game in it has worked to my advantage. Like, for reference, and I know this is going to sound very sad, right? Video games are coming back faster than typing and writing on paper. That's how hard-coded this stuff is into my brain. Does that sound sad? It probably does sound sad, doesn't it? And the good thing is, in that sort of like after the initial recovery period's done, your brain enters into a hyper-responsive state called neuroplasticity, where it is still actually borrowing a portion of your body's daily energy and subconsciously logging every little thing that you do, every hand movement, gesture, finger movement, putting weight through it, lifting things with it, picking things up with it, playing video games with it. Your brain is subconsciously logging every single movement that you do. And then when you go to bed at night and you're asleep, and the brain can sort of dedicate more of its internal battery to recovery, it starts hardwiring those signals in your brain and making them stronger and more efficient. So all of that stuff gets better and easier to do. So it's amazing, really. It's amazing and complex.
What the hell?
Excuse me. Sorry, fella. Is he still not dead?
Son of a bitch!
Note to self, they do not care about acid rounds. Oh, for God's sake! Go away!
You bastard!
There's nothing left of that dude! And he's still coming at me. But yeah. Basically, the only things that are different... And yeah, first of all, let me apologize that I keep going on about this so much. I am sorry if you're sick of hearing about it, like, legit. I mean, in my defense, it's been a major medical emergency and a life-changing event, so I will kind of put that caveat in there. But I apologize if, you know, you're sick of hearing it. Unfortunately, it has, you know, kind of taken over my life. So, I unfortunately haven't really had a say in this, you know? It just happened. And we are living with it. I literally apologized to some of my friends and colleagues in the party when I told them that I was basically having to quit my secretary position because my hand dexterity just wasn't fast enough to, be typing to a level that I thought was satisfactory. They understood, and they were like, "You've got nothing to apologize for." But I still apologized for it. I don't know. I don't like making things difficult for others. It's just in my nature. I don't like to make things difficult for others. I just don't. And I don't like to burden other people either. Can we double back? Cool. Right. We'll lock this door then. What time are we on? Oh, that's fine. Right. Okay. So we're gonna lock that door. Apologizing is part of British culture. Yeah, like I said, one of my colleagues even said that. He was like, you know, he actually had it noted in the, "You're not dead, I feel it." There he is. He even asked for it to be noted in the minutes of our meeting of the week that I attended. My last meeting as secretary. Because basically what I did is I still carried out my my last month as secretary, even with a compromised hand, with the help of my colleagues, and then I quit at the end of my term, or the end of my year. Can we even double back here? I don't think we can we? I'm trying to think. Yeah, we're gonna have to go further forward. Yeah, we're gonna have to go further forward. Non-negotiable. And they were like... It surprised me, actually, and it was a very lovely gesture. They had it... Silver's a typical British person. Yeah, apologise for everything. That's what we do. They had it noted in the minutes... just my general work ethic for the role and that kind of thing. And they were even like... Just want to, minute the effort made. Because not only did he push through, despite everything that had happened, but he even apologized for the fact that he'd had a stroke. So, yeah. Go away, Goopy.
What the fuck?
That would be my response. Big gooey mofo. Just trying to gank me. Him a juicy boy. He's right, juicy. But yeah, the kind of... Yeah, more SLS rounds. Why does she get so much gear? Why does she get so much gear compared to Leon? Like, seriously, right? Leon gets a handgun, a shotgun, a flamethrower, and a magnum. That is it. Claire gets 2 different types of handgun, a freaking grenade launcher with 2 different types of ammo, a machine gun, and a freaking reinforced frame for her handgun that allows you to basically load it with low power magnum rounds. So she gets a kind of low grade magnum, 2 different handguns, 2 different types of grenade launcher ammo, a freaking spark shot as well, which we'll be getting very shortly for her, probably in the next part. What's been said in chat? Probably right. Needs it less. So yeah, Claire gets one, two, so two handguns, a machine gun, a grenade launcher. Yeah, so two handguns, grenade launcher, machine gun. The thing is, right, she gets multiple different ammo types and configurations for weapons that she uses, which gives her so much more like weapon and option versatility in dealing with things than Leon. Like I said, handgun, shotgun, flamethrower, magnum. That's it. That's all he gets. One type of freaking handgun as well. Whereas two handguns, two different types of grenade launcher rounds, machine gun, freaking spark shot, and magnum rounds for the freaking handgun. For example, if you want to see how effective this handgun is, right? Bear with me. We on R1 for that. Yeah, don't use the right hand for that. Use the left. Oh, no, that's fine. So, for reference, these are the magnum rounds she gets, okay? It's not as powerful. It's not functionally as powerful as Leon's rounds. It's kind of a low-grade magnum. Whereas he literally has a magnum that could take down a stampeding elephant. She just, like, has a magnum that could put down a very grumpy giraffe. Weird analogy, I know. And I don't know why you'd be putting a low-powered magnum round through a giraffe. But if it was rabid, fair enough. The analogy still stands. What was that? I saw the word Sigma. Oh, come on, hand. Pick it up. Good boy. But Leon is Sigma Giga, Chad. I know, because I saw all the TikTok edits. This is true. And this is another reason I'm so happy. You know, right now. Claire is getting her other game remade next year. Veronica. And yes, it is my every intention to play that on release. I want to play that on release. Oh, there's more handgun rounds in here. Okay. The zombies are gonna get up, aren't they? I bet you. Yeah, there's no sense using frickin' either of the grenade launchers on these guys. They're just gonna not be phased by it. The good thing is, going down Leon's path, you can preemptively take these guys out before they're even a threat. We're gonna have to use a grenade, aren't we?
Son of a bitch.
We are. Yay! 2 for 1, boys. Look at that. 2 for 1. Didn't want to use it, but it's just more economical in terms of ammo. Yeah. You're alright, we can just take your legs out.
Son of a bitch.
Also,
Seriously?
and I feel like I need to mention this. A friend of mine, you know, because modern Yu-Gi-Oh, right? Is such a freaking stress-inducing experience. that he literally said something along the lines of, I don't want a certain or something in this game to give me a stroke. And I said to him, so do you want to know the funny thing about that? Ironically, Yu-Gi-Oh was is what caused me to have a stroke. And the guy who was sitting next to me, including the guy I was just talking to, or who just basically was stood next to me saying, I don't want this thing to give me a stroke, right? Both of these guys then looked at me and went, what? Really? As in, Yu-Gi-Oh freaking caused you to have a stroke? And I was like, yeah. So basically, I was kneeling down next to my crate full of cards to collect some things together to take to the shop for our fortnightly Yu-Gi-Oh session on the Saturday. I literally kneel down to pick up some cards, and that's what starts my stroke. I start having a stroke while literally collecting cards together for Yu-Gi-Oh! So Yu-Gi-Oh! Did factually, or coincidentally, coincide with me having a stroke. I know, right? What are the odds? If I was that guy, I would have sold all my cards and retired with my fortune. Nah, it's part of our kind of, twice a month thing. Like, one of my I built a very good friendship group around it. And that's like, one good thing I'm like, thankful and blessed for, really. I've got a good handful of really, really solid friendship groups. And a really, really good, solid stack of reliable friends. So it is quite nice, to be honest. I've got a good amount of friends through my the card game community, because basically I was the one that at the hobby store I play at, I was basically the guy who revived it from the dead. We had almost no players. We had pretty much hemorrhaged all of our players. The shop had pretty much stopped getting in stock and had cancelled tournaments. And I was the one, like, sort of... God, what? Over a year ago now. To kind of, just trying to get people in every week or every couple of weeks for casual card games. Just to kind of get the interest in Yu-Gi-Oh! Back in our local shop scene. And then we got enough people... How are you, my boy? Hey, Abdullah. How you doing, my guy? Hope you're well. Yeah, no complaints on my end. We are gonna have to go back this way to pick up some things. What time are we on? Yeah, it's time for me to finish. We're gonna go save and wind down for tonight. And I managed to get enough of the lads in on a kind of weekly or fortnightly basis that the shop was then willing to, kind of, yeah, so, put official tournaments back on the docket. And as of kind of earlier this year, or like early this year, started to, or late last year, I should say, get more stock in. So, me alongside one of my friends were the, like, main causes that, like, the card game itself was revived from the dead in our local shop scene. And now, kind of nearly a year on from that, we have actually got enough players to hold it regularly every single week, have larger tournaments kind of once a fortnight, and we have regular stock coming in from the Konami suppliers. So, I played a big part in helping rebuild that, and have a friendship group kind of formed around it, which is very nice. Alongside, a handful of other good friends that you guys have already seen on this channel, like Ace and Johnny. You know how? Yeah, I know people. I've heard that people are kind of mad about the Moana movie. I have not seen it. All I've seen is The Rock's questionable wig antics. Very questionable wig antics. I'm trying to kind of, make it a habit of 1 minute. Sort of make it a habit of not streaming 3-4 hours late I used to as well. Just while obviously my energy levels are a bit lower than they used to be. Just kind of, pace myself a lot more. Hey Reese! Nice to have you in, my guy. Because obviously, energy levels won't be at, aren't at 100% right now. So we've got to be in mind. We have a lot of these SLS rounds. A shocking amount of those, actually. How you doing, dude? All good. Always good to mix a large gunpowder and a white. Gives you more acid rounds. They don't seem to be good for anything but liquors. But hey. I think this puts us in a good position. Oh, don't do that. What the hell happened? Dude, what happened? What the hell transpired? Tell me the story and then I'll wind down stream. Jesus Christ. I hope everything's alright. With you and yours. Yeah, dude, what happened? Wait, what? Bear with me, I'll read that. I found a phone. I found a phone. I found it before handing it back at Sheffield Station. Police came to my house, pulled me to the floor, cuffed me for robbing it. I found it on the floor of the station where no one was working. How does that make any sense? If you robbed it, why would you hand it in? Exactly, Leo. Exactly what you just said. Exactly what you just said. Why did they cuff you for robbing it? Was there a kind of case of mistaken identity going on here, or what? What was their excuse, dude? I left it for a day because I was going to Sheffield Station the next day to hand it in the lost and found. Wait, so you held on to it, you found it and held on to it overnight, so you could take it in the next day when you were going to be in Sheffield, and they arrested you for stealing it because you held on to it all overnight before handing it in. Jesus Christ. And the police came to the house for robbing it because the man called the police and said he was robbed. It was dropped on the floor. And let me guess, the guy was able to track the phone to your address through either an app or his smart freaking devices, right? So therefore, the phone was tracked to your address, which you were this is an assumption, which you were keeping safe on your person to hand it in the next day. But because it was in your address, you were the one that just got the flack for it. Typical. They won't ever do anything to tackle big problems and big crime in this country, but they'll literally hold a man down to the floor for phone theft. Of course, makes perfect sense in this country. There is no wonder why. There is so little trust between the police and the general public these days. Bloody hell. Police literally pulled me to the floor and cuffed me and threw me in the back of a van. You were in your boxers, Jesus Christ. It gets worse. Please tell me that all this was reversed and that they found that this was a mistake. Please tell me that this was reversed and any record you gained as a result of it was kind of expunged. I sincerely hope this was cleared up, dude. Because that is I'd be traumatized for the rest of my life. Then again, do keep in mind, I'm also a disabled guy on crutches. So if the police came to my door for something that freaking minor and held me to the floor and freaking cuffed me, first of all, you know, I'd be traumatized. Second, they'd risk injuring me because I'm a little bit more fragile than since my stroke. God damn it! Oh, you poor bastard. Seriously, I'm so sorry that you've had to go through this. No, that needs to be filmed and recorded. Drove and had to stay overnight in a cell to speak to someone the next day to explain my side. I said I found it on the floor. I said I didn't steal it or rob it. I need to say I plead not guilty and I had to tell them I don't intend to deprive the person of their property. They would impound your crutches. How the hell am I supposed to walk? I need at least one just to... Like, I need two when I'm walking around outside. I need bare minimum one to be able to walk a little bit in my house. If they took them from me, I would be permanently incapacitated. I would need them to literally walk me and help me walk. I would have to lean on them and put my body weight on them to be able to support my legs enough to walk. Jesus Christ. It is infuriating to hear. Leo's right. And I'm genuinely sorry you've gone through that, dude. Genuinely sorry, because that sucks. That, like, dude, you are strong for having gone through that. Because an encounter like that would have left me genuinely traumatized. I know, right? My priorities are back to front. Having a literal stroke of this magnitude that I've had would arguably traumatize me less by comparison than being tackled to the ground by police officers and thrown in a van. I know. Thankfully, I have not been through that frickin' situation in my life. I've never been arrested. I have never been thrown in a van. Good God, that sounds terrifying. I'm so sorry you went through that, my guy. Again, it's, that ain't fun. That ain't fun. So, yeah. I do hope that you managed to get all of this, frickin' sorted out. And they expunge this from your record as a genuine mistake. Oh, no, it's cool. You asked about my week, so I had to say it was, embarrassing. My boxers and everything. My boyfriend was in bed. I walked into the room with cuffs. And and boss man from the shop came out and gave me a vape and drink and said good night, mate, have a good time. Jesus Christ. Right? One thing I will say, right? The boss man that runs the corner shop. There are two types of boss men in this world. Three types of boss men in modern Britain. There is the boss man that runs your corner shop. The boss man that runs your local Kurdish or Turkish barbershop, and there is the boss man that freaking runs the takeaway around the corner from your house. They are both essential staples of British life. They really are. And I would not be without them. The boss man that runs my local barbers will give me a full shave, double zero, and a freaking hairstyling and trimming for 12 quid all in. It's beautiful. The boss man in my local corner shop is called Sonny. He's owned that corner shop for more than 15 years with his wife. He's from frickin' India, and he is an absolute badass. So yeah. Kudos indeed to Mr. Bossman. Yes, indeed. Anyway, I'm gonna wind down here because I have to be up early in the morning. So I have my... They are. You got to call them bossmen because they're great people. My local always gives me free stuff. Never had problems. Oh, I know, right? I know. They are awesome. And see, that's the thing, right? There are plenty of people that come here, hold down a shop or a business, and work hard. And more credit to those boss men that do just that, because they are legends. They are legends. Anyway, yeah, so, quick heads up. I've got my appointment with the specialist stroke optician tomorrow. They're actually not assassin. The last one that came through was the police brutality comment. That's the only one that came through. So yeah, I have the appointment with a specialist stroke. Well, basically the stroke eye clinic tomorrow. The specialist eye freaking team that deals with stroke survivors tomorrow, and I'm gonna have to kind of explain the situation with the focus in my left eye kind of slipping, and the kind of sort of slight soreness I'm now getting in my right eye. Because I'm getting a very mild ache in my right eye since the stroke when I focus too hard, and the left eye is kind of blaring a bit more when I have to focus. And that's only really happened, to my knowledge, since the stroke, so I'm going to have to explain that to them. So I had to be up early, because that appointment is at like freaking 9:50. So yeah, anyway, I'm going to be up for that. Sorry, like I said, sorry streams are a bit longer, and I typically go on for like a couple of hours instead of like 3 or 4, but I hope you're still entertained. Hope it goes well tomorrow, Silver. Have a good night, mate, and everyone in stream too. Have a good weekend. Yeah, thanks, dude. You take care, Reese. Hope you and your boyfriend are alright, and my dude, do hopefully get these things sorted out if you can. No problem, Leo. Hope you enjoyed the stream. And I'll wind it down here. You can, to all of our regulars, thank you very much. You can follow us on Silver Gaming Network, on Blue Sky if you want to be kept up to date with everything we do here, and follow us on the Silver Gaming Network on Patreon if you want to support us there for exclusive shout outs. We will eventually get back to the recorded stuff for the patrons. I don't have the energy right now, guys. You know the deal. I'm doing what I can when I can. But hey, you've got silver again, so as long as I'm able, that will continue. As long as I am able to keep doing it. Anyway, a special thank you to our channel members and silver patrons at the time of this live stream: Mr. Jonathan, Reese Free, Jay, Kota Okami, Jacob the Dabbler, Julio, The Relinquished, Marcus Space Ghost, Benji Martinez, my lovely lady Suki, Leo Win, and Leo Mom. It is very much appreciated. I'll see you guys sometime next week when I've got the time and energy. So always kind of keep a spare hour or two here, and there open. And yeah, we'll just get to playing some more Resident Evil, because you guys always seem to enjoy it. Do check out my kind of little radio project that I'm doing tomorrow with that new wave song. Go leave it a like and hit the bell so you know when the premiere goes live tomorrow at 8 PM UK time. And yeah, check out my new wave radio project. And to the rest of you who have stopped in, you have all been super awesome, and thank you very much for stopping in. And I will, of course, see you in the next one. So, guys, I have been Silver, your host. Have a fantastic morning, afternoon, or night, and I will see you again very soon. Take care, guys.